Okay.
Okay, guys, it is July 3rd. No, June 3rd. It's June 3rd. I'm a month ahead of myself. And it's the Team Fit and Fabulous call, and I'm so excited that you guys all got on the call tonight. Just a couple, just quick reminders that the 21-day fix and the 21-day fix extreme are both, the challenge packs are both on sale this month for $140. So that's like gold. These programs are amazing. So make sure that you are starting your challenge groups and that you are informing people about these just amazing products. So those are both on sale for $140, as well as the Kickstart challenge pack. So it's the 21-day fix Kickstart and the 21-day fix extreme Kickstart that are both on sale for $180. And what comes with the Kickstart is the 3-day refresh. So a bunch of us just finished that 3-day refresh and got awesome results. So I think that's a great package to really bundle and get people started off right. So don't forget to let people know about those packages, as well as if you guys are hitting Success Club. If you hit Success Club 5 last month and then you hit 5 again this month, then you have a chance to be on the webcast with Bo Eason. And if you're not familiar with Bo Eason, he is a retired football player who now has just started his own business, really helping people share their stories. So this is an opportunity you guys do not want to miss, because I've got to see him live and he is amazing, and you just don't want to miss this. Now, if you didn't hit Success Club last month, no worries. Your goal would just be to hit Success Club 10 this month, which is definitely doable. Okay, so just really focus and really just invite a ton of people, get to know a ton of people, and that's what's in your control, is just talking to more people. So I wanted you guys to know that first and foremost. The other thing I wanted to touch base on is it's not too late to go to Summit, and Summit is where the magic happens. It really is. This will be my 3rd year in a row, and I just get amazing information from Summit. It's just that you're surrounding yourself with like-minded people, and you're just learning just so much that if you're serious about this business, it's something you can't afford not to go. Get a roommate, get a buddy, share a hotel room. We'll go to the grocery store and make this as cheap as we can, because I know finances are an issue for many people, including myself. So it's just something that if you're serious about this business, you cannot afford not to go to Coach Summit. So with that being said, we have a guest speaker on tonight. It's Erin Turner, and she went diamond in 3 weeks, guys. 3 weeks. She buckled down and did it. She is one of those people that has just inspired me, and she is amazing. She's one of those people that I always look for and look to when I'm trying to grow my own business, because she is acting like this business that she put in, like $1 million. She invested all this money into her business, and that's how she's treating it. She's going for it, and there is no doubt in my mind that she's not going to be a 6 or 7 figure earner with this business. So she is a mom. She's a wife. She has an about 1-year-old little boy, and she also got her bachelor's in health and exercise science, as well as she works with special needs kiddos. So let me introduce you to Erin. Thank you for getting on, Erin.
No problem. Thanks, Kelsey. I just wanted to say thanks to everybody for tuning in and listening to me. I'm a little nervous, so just go with my flow. First, I just wanted to give you a little backstory about myself. My name's Erin. I went to college for teaching. At the time that I graduated, we had a mayor in New Jersey that seemed to cut all the funding, so finding a full-time teaching position has been extremely difficult. About 2 years ago, my husband and we bought our first house, and we ended up getting pregnant right away. And while I was pregnant, I got laid off from one of my full-time positions, which I was working to at the moment. It was hard. It took a toll, but, we pushed through it for a little bit. And then once my son came, it just, things changed. So babies are expensive. I was approached by my coach, Barbara Freilinger, about a little bit after my son was born, so almost a year ago, about this opportunity, and I just was not ready. I turned her down. I said, no way. I was that skeptic. I was that person who, shame on me for thinking that it was a pyramid. I was just not ready to do it. And I think the best thing that she did was she kind of just left me alone. Like she didn't push for me. She didn't bug me. She just gave me my space. And when our financial troubles got pretty bad, my husband and I, our marriage was not great because of finances, and that's okay. And it got to be really hard. And one day I kind of just messaged her and I said, all right, tell me about this opportunity again. And it had to be the absolute best decision I've ever made in my entire life. That was probably the end of April. And she said to me, I will help you make this money. I will help you do good in this business if you just listen to me. And that's exactly what I did. I trusted her. I trusted this process. I trusted about it. And I knew that her as my coach, she wouldn't put me in a situation where I would fail. So I needed to push for this, and I needed to do this business, not only because it's something that I do love. I have my degree in health and exercise science, and teaching people and helping people get to where they want to be physically and mentally and emotionally is so rewarding for me. But I needed my bills paid. Like, that's probably one of the most honest answers. Like, my husband and I couldn't make our mortgage payments, and our marriage was in trouble, and that's just kind of where it left us. And after this first month where I made $700 and our financial situation is so much more relaxed now compared to what it was, our marriage is so much better. And I understand why they say the number one reason to divorce is finances. Like, I totally get it. And it's amazing how one decision that I made a month ago has just put so much less stress and happiness into our lives. The plan that I used in order to reach Diamond in 3 weeks was I listened to my coach. She specifically said to me, if you follow the things I tell you to do, you will succeed. And I took that very seriously. Everything that she told me, I did. And it was a lot of going out of my comfort zone. I was not one of those people that went on Facebook and posted ever. I kind of just had a Facebook that I just kind of scrolled through the news feed every once in a while just to kind of see what people were doing. I never posted. And I already had a good amount of friends, which helped. And I literally went through my friends list, and my coach and I actually spent a couple nights and she helped me. We just messaged everybody. And when I say everybody, I have over 1,000 friends on my list, and every single one of those persons have gotten a message from me. It really is a number game. And that's just kind of where I stand with that. And it's just, they say that give this opportunity 3 months to really kick it. And I'm just now running my first personal challenge. I did a challenge with my coach, and now I'm on my own, and it really is. It's all about the numbers. And that was very hard for me. It was very hard for me to add people that I personally didn't know on Facebook, but it's all about going out of your comfort zone, and that's how you're going to succeed in this business. And then you're going to get to a point where you don't look at Facebook as your personal friend on people. You look at it as your business. And I'm there now. It took me about a month, but I'm there now, and I totally get that. And I just pushed. I didn't really have a choice. We needed bills paid, and it was just, I didn't have a choice to pick and choose the people I thought or may want to do it. I messaged everybody, and I can honestly say probably out of 1,000 people, maybe 30 to 50 actually responded. So, but I know it'll come, and like I said before, I trust the process. So once you stay consistent, and I constantly now am posting fitness tips and posting videos of working out and posting things, my food from the 21-day fix, because that's the program I'm on now, which I absolutely love. It's just, people notice that, and you will see the people that are watching you. I have quite a few people that like everything, but they're not ready to do the program yet. No problem. It's not an issue. But I know one day they will. So I stay consistent. every time I have a challenge, I invite everybody. It doesn't matter if you've already told me no. It doesn't matter if I know that, maybe you're already working out in a gym. Anybody that is on my friends list gets an invite. And I'm at the point now where it's about adding more friends because I have hit every single person up. My goal for the next, I would say within the next 2 years, I would love to be a 15-star coach. I would love to get to the point where I am just building up coaches like how my coach built me up. She was fabulous. She is fabulous. And I can tell Kelsey is fabulous. So you're all very lucky. And, she really helped me. And I would love to be in that position where I can do that for other people as well. Her and I just started a boot camp for some of our coaches to go from Emerald to Diamond or just to reach Emerald. And it's just amazing to help these women or these people who need to get more financial freedom in their lives and maybe want to stay home with their kids and just to do things that they want to do and not have to worry about the money to get where they want to be. And you're just helping so many people in so many different ways. It's amazing. I would say if anybody wanted to know about achieving Diamond Coach within 3 weeks, it's absolutely doable. I signed up my husband on my weak leg, and I just run his business. So I know that I will always have an Emerald coach on that side. So that's what I did. And it's funny because in the beginning he was supportive, but he was still unsure. And now he would be running his own business. He could totally do it himself. He swore up and down that he wouldn't talk to anybody about the business, and now he's totally in love with it, and he tells people all the time about it at work. So I have to say the biggest thing that you would have to let go of is caring what people think about you. It's just, you have to focus on you. You have to focus on what you're doing this business for, and you can't listen to anybody. You just got to do it. Because if you listen to anybody, there's gonna be people that are gonna try to bring you down. There's gonna be people that don't believe in it, and they're gonna think it's a pyramid, and they're gonna think it's this and that. But if you believe in it and you know what it is, and we all know what it is, then you're gonna succeed. But I think if you strive and just message, you just got to get yourself out there and message everybody you know and be consistent with your posts and your Facebook stuff. It's absolutely doable. It's absolutely doable. I think that's all I have for you, Kels.
Wow, Erin, that was so good. Thank you so much. And I think so much of that is so true. Like, I think for me, the biggest thing was just like getting over what everybody else thought about me and just knowing that I was doing it for me and for my family. And that at the end of the day is all that matters. And so I think you're right on there.
Right.
Do you care if we open this up for a little Q&A if anybody has some questions for you?
I do not. That's perfectly.
Okay. So if anybody has any questions, just unmute yourself and then you can ask Erin your question. So any takers? I have a question for you, Erin. So what is give us an example of what Barbara had you do in the 3 weeks besides messaging everybody? Like, what is something that you felt like was a big tool to get you to hit Diamond in the 3 weeks? What was the biggest hurdle that you had to go through?
Forcing people, as almost popped up in my suggestion. And I was one of those people that never added anybody or requested anybody unless I personally knew them. And I can remember sitting on my couch telling her, I'm having chest pains, I'm hyperventilating because I'm adding these people and I don't really know them. Like, I know we have mutual friends, but it was a big deal for me because I never, ever did that. And that was probably one of the biggest things, because if it wasn't for that, that probably added about 300 and plus friends. And some of those people are the people that actually like joined with me. So if it wasn't for that, I probably would not have reached Diamond in 3 weeks.
Awesome. That's good.
I have a question.
Go for it.
Sure.
Okay, could you give us like an example of something like those people you added at the, that you didn't really know that your friend requested? What did you message them? Could you give us an example of what you would say?
Sure. Most of the people that I had friend requested were mutual friends. So we had some amount of friends in common, and you would be shocked how many people just accept a request and just either answer you when you message them about your challenge or just don't respond. I think out of, let's say, the 300 people that I added that I have mutual friends with, maybe 2 of them asked me if we have ever met personally. I was shocked. So I have never, and when they did ask me that, I did say, oh, we have some mutual friends. I was just going through my list, and I'm trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Trying to broaden my network and, expand it. And most people were like, okay. And then that was it. Like they had no problem with it. You would be amazed. Apparently Facebook is not just about who you know anymore. It's really all about social media and just getting yourself out there.
Awesome. Now I can imagine, like, in the 3 weeks that you had to really just like let go of a lot, you had a lot of choices every day. Like, you could follow what you were normally used to doing every day, or you could, say, okay, today's a new day. I'm going to go outside my comfort zone and tell myself no excuses and just really dove for it. So you probably had days, I'm sure, that were hard and that you were like, I don't know if I can do this, and I don't know, I'm so busy, or finances aren't right. I don't know if I can afford to sign my husband up, or I don't know if I can do Shakeology. Like, did you have any of those things, and how did you deal with that?
There were plenty of days that it got to the point where my poor son is teething right now. So he's up all night, and I just kind of had to do it. So if he slept for an hour, I went online and I friend requested people. I messaged anybody. I actually have gone through my friends list on my computer, and I had my messenger on my phone, and I just clicked every single person to make sure that I had messaged them. There were days that I would come home and you're just exhausted. If you go out of your comfort zone like that so much, you just almost emotionally, because you're like, what are you going to, this person's going to think about me? Or, I'm sending this message to some of my good friends, and, I don't want them to think that I'm being that pushy person. And it's just, you do feel some type of way about it, but I kind of didn't have a choice. It was either I push and I deal with it, and I get to the point where, it doesn't matter what these people think about me, because my bills needed to be paid, and, I need to buy diapers for my son, and we need our house to live in. So I kind of just buckled down and I had to do it. And whether it's something that I actually had to do, I think even if I could pay my bills at this point, I still think maybe I wouldn't have done it as well as I did, but I still would have done it. But I'm glad that I was in the position that I was, because if it wasn't for that position, I probably wouldn't be here right now. And I really think everything happens for a reason. And there is a reason why I still haven't found a full-time teaching job. And I think this is my reason.
Wow. I think that's so awesome. I relate so much to business, like I do fitness or anything really in life. Like, when it comes down to it, and like your health is in jeopardy, or for you, you finances were in jeopardy. If you're doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So if you're ready to see a change, you have to change something you're doing. And that you're a great and a prime example of how that changed your life. And I think it's so amazing. Erin, thank you so much for sharing your story with us.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Does anybody else have any final questions for Erin before we get off the call? I'll open it up one more time here.
I have a question.
Sure.
I guess it's multiple questions. One, whenever you post, is it always a fitness-related post, or do you just do a mixture?
I did a mixture. When I first started posting, I would post something maybe about my son and kind of ask like my mommy friends, and I always ended it in a question to get people involved. I would post things up about my dog. I would post things up about food, like, because I just kind of started using coconut oil, so I posted up about that. And then it kind of started to get more fitness like, so I still do both, but I would post up a picture of what I ate that morning and hashtag 21DayFix, or I would post up a picture of me working out while my son is either sitting on top of me or right next to me, just to show people that even if you are a mom or you are a dad or you have, you know, siblings or cousins or whatever, you can still work out. Like, it's just because you have a child with you in your presence doesn't mean that you don't have to do that. Like, it's possible. And my son is all over the place. I literally did 21DayFix lower legs the other day with him sitting on top of me, for both. But when I first started, it was mostly non-workout related, just to put my name kind of back out there on Facebook.
Now, would you also, when you posted, did you just leave it to your friends, you know, post just privacy-wise to your friends, or did you open it up to like all of Facebook, even people you didn't?
I've opened it up to, I believe it's public, but it was definitely friends and friends of friends. So it was more than just my friends. So I have a like page, and that's completely open as well. So I created a group for, you know, my friends, and I made it public for anybody about like moms and dads to post pictures or whatever. But that was probably a hard thing for me too, was my coach had pushed me to do that, to make things public, because I was not a public person. I was very private. Like I said before, I never went on Facebook to post. So, and you would be surprised. I mean, it's more or less when someone likes something, you know, it goes to the top. So we try to kind of do that, and it stays on people's news feeds. And the more that you post, the more it'll reach your friends.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, anybody else? One more time. Anybody else have any questions?
Okay, I will. Okay, you said, you know, that you had to do this, you know, to get bills paid and all of that. Have you found, though, that it's been somewhat of a blessing that you have reconnected with some people? Like, are there friendships now that you feel like have come about of it, and knowing that you're helping people, does it just seem to be all the more better?
No, absolutely. Actually, one of my first challengers is a girl I grew up with, and I haven't seen her probably since we graduated high school, like 10, 11 years ago. She signed up with me. She's getting married in 5 months. She's, you know, ready to do this. And I actually then ran into her at Target. So it's kind of nice to see. It seems to be the people that you never think are going to do it are the ones that do it.
Yeah.
And it's nice to see that they want to be held accountable, and as much as they may like fight you on it, they do. And in my group now, I have the people that are posting in the group every day are not the ones I thought would post every day. And they're saying it to themselves. Like, I had a guy post today who I used to work with, and it's just nice to talk to these people again. And he's like, all right, I'm going to own up. Like, I didn't start on Monday like I was supposed to, but I'm ready now. Like, so the accountability part is huge, and it is nice. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have people that I've been friends times throughout the years, and they didn't even respond to me on Facebook.
Mhm.
So it's just, it kind of just goes either way, but you will find that you may make a couple connections that you've had in the past. I have a girlfriend who I haven't seen in 15 years, and from this, I found out her son is 3 days older than mine, and we see each other all the time now.
That's awesome. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Cool. Well, guys, we're approaching 9 o'clock here, so we'll go ahead and end the call. But thank you so much, Erin. I appreciate all your wealth of knowledge and just sharing your story with us. And I know it's helped me, so I'm sure it's helped a lot of the others that are on the call. So I really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Have a good
You
night.
too.